Hey guys, it's Emily. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm just a little driving vlog. Just talking about my day and all of that. Sorry. And just wanted to chit chat, say hi, see how things are going. I have not uploaded a video in a very long time. Just been busy with life and dealing with a lot of like mental health issues per se, because I'll just do a little story time real quick. Why not? Because I was in I wouldn't necessarily call it a relationship, but it was in a way an abusive relationship for the past 6 months. And I've dealt with, I think I made a video on my channel not that long ago. One of my videos talks about having like a boyfriend or like a significant other at least. And I'm pretty sure I posted that on my channel. Well, that same person was the person who I'm talking about currently. And it's been like, I would say an abusive relationship, not due to the fact like it being physical, like physically abusive, more of the fact of being like in a mentally abusive, like mentally abusive in a way, but at the same time not, if that makes any sense, because like we're not in a relationship. But here's the story, how basically what happened. So I met this guy online, like on Meet Me or whatever, and we started talking well over a year ago. And then in December, him and I met each other for like the first time. And it was every single night I was staying at his house, because I met him over Christmas break from school. And every single night I was staying at his house. And then eventually he started coming to my house. I met his friends, I met his family. And we were doing everything a couple does, and he said he wanted to be with me, everything that was normal, part of like creating a relationship, to say, and then all of a sudden, okay, so we're still hanging out. My birthday's in February. We're still hanging out in February. Things were good in February. March, things were good. Like the end of March, things got weird because he all of a sudden got a little more distant kind of in March, but I knew I loved him at this point, like this is what happened, and then come the end of March, I was at the store and his sister was there, and his sister sees me and she's like, will you punch my brother for me? And I was like, because I ran into her, and I was like, yeah, I already want to, like, because he had been kind of ignoring me. And she goes, I was like, why? And she goes, well, he brought someone to the house and he says they're now dating. And I was like, wait, what? Because he didn't tell me about this. And then, so we were supposed to hang out that day, him and I. So then a little later, after I talked to the sister, found out from his sister, I went and I picked him up. And or I didn't pick him up, I met him at like our spot on his parents' hill. And then I was like, we get in the car and he's being normal, whatever. And I was like, so I ran into your sister at the store? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, we had a good conversation. And he's like, about what? And I was like, about you. And he goes, what about me? And I was like, you know what? And he's like, no, what about me? And I was like, you know what? And he's like, about me being in a relationship with someone? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I was gonna tell you, I wanted to be the one to tell you. He's like, I didn't plan for it to happen, blah blah blah, I didn't want for it to happen, I wasn't trying, all this, trying to cover his ass. And then I was like, okay, like whatever. I told him I loved him. We had this huge like conversation, like not fight necessarily, but like huge conversation, okay? And then we were still talking, we were still friends, we still kept our Snapchat streak, all this stuff. And then a week later, him and his little brother randomly showed up at my campus, like my apartment. Cause I knew he was there, cause he did what he does when he tries to surprise me. And so I was like, okay, whatever. I got to my car. Him and his brother are out at my car, and they're putting on new tires for me. He bought me new tires and like put tires on. I was like, okay, that's weird. And then I was like, why did you do that, basically? And then it was like, he's like, yeah, whatever. And then he's like, oh, I'm breaking. He like hugged me in the parking lot, and he's like, I'm breaking up with her, whatever. And I was like, okay, why? Whatever. They're both like, yeah, she's crazy. We dropped her off, blah, blah, blah. You know, all this stuff. And then I went and hung out with him that I shouldn't have done it. Should have just left. Didn't. Because, you know, I was in love, and like, I'm not necessarily now. I'm like getting over it, but like trying like very hard to move on. But like, anyways, it was like, okay, whatever. We went and hung out. We go to his parents' house. I was at his parents' house, I think, till 10, 11 at night, something like that. Really late. It was like a late night, like usual. And we were kind of talked a little bit outside, him and I did, not much. And then we go in the house, and his parents are inside. And then we're like, okay, whatever, we'll talk. And we're standing in the kitchen, him and I are, and his parents are in the house, or in bed, and no one's out there, so it's just him and I. And we were still kind of talking, and he like stops me kind of, and he like looks me in the face, grabs my face, you know, like cute, you know, being all cute, like grabs it, whatever. And he looks me in the eyes, and he goes, Emily, I love you. And then he kisses me, and I was like, what the fuck? You can't. And then so him and I went up in a hill run. So basically a hill run is like going up in the hills in your car. So we took our car up in the hills. We went for a drive, and then we ended up like having sex in my car that night up in the hills. And I was like, that's, you know, whatever. It happened. And then all of a sudden, like, things got better, and then all of a sudden I want to say May, maybe, yeah, probably May, like middle of May, he started getting really distant, and like not wanting to hang out so much. I don't know, and things just got really weird. So I was like, okay, what is going on? Like, and he would get mad at me if I like wanted to talk about anything, and like would bring it up, you know, and like really mad because he has a really bad temper. And so I was like, this is not. But my self-loved him, so I couldn't like just leave, you know. And anyway, it was like distant, whatever. But he still like kept our snap streak. I was still hanging out with him like at night because we were still staying with each other like every night. And then comes June. Yeah, it's July now. So the end of June, he got like we had a fight, like a really big fight, like a week and a half ago. Basically, where he's like, I want nothing to do with you, like screaming at me, blah, blah, all this. It was really bad. And it was outside of his house, and his mom heard it, and his family's kind of mad at him for it. But so that was our fight, and like we were like, our whatever relationship that we had is over, I guess. So he says, but yet he still wants to talk to me and be my friend. Like, makes no sense to me. And I think so. Here's where the abusive part comes in, though, is that he would be like, you do such stupid things, like, you're so stupid, you're such a retard. I don't like that word either, but that's what he says. You're such a retard, you're so stupid, you do all these stupid things, you don't ever listen. And then it was like, if I didn't do what he said right when he said it, he would get mad at me, and he would yell at me. And I did a few times like get scared that he was gonna hit me. Luckily he never did, but I did get scared that he would. And also it was like all of the time that he would say these things to me. All the time he would say these things to me. And it was like scary when he would say them. It was like, it was bad. And then he would like, I cry when I get scared, like, or not when I get scared, but like I'm just emotional and I cry a lot. And like he would get so mad at me if I'd cry at all, because he's yelling at me, and so I'm crying because he's yelling at me. And he'd get even more mad at me because I'm crying. And like I just don't understand. Like, and like the thing that bothers me and flabbergasts me is that I did everything for him. It's like if he needed anything, I was there to give it to him and be there for him. But that's where like the abusive part comes in, is that he was calling me names constantly, and he was like making me feel so invalid, and like that my opinions didn't matter at all. And it was so bad. And like he's still trying to talk to me. And then I had a scare, like a pregnancy scare, and I told him about it, and he's flipped, like literally flipped on me and was like, I don't want any kids with you, blah blah blah, you're such a stupid bitch, all these like nasty things. And he's like, I told you I never wanted kids with you, like I don't want kids with you, all this sort of stuff. And I was like, okay. And luckily, I mean, it was just a scare, but like it was so bad. Like this relationship was, whatever you want to call it, was so bad. And he's still trying to talk to me, and I mean, I don't mind it, I like it, but at the same time, I don't, because I don't want to like fall back into that same pattern, you know? And so I, as myself, have to grow and like try and get out of that pattern, like of going back to him because he's there. But anyway, that is my story time for the day of my 6-month-long abusive relationship, so you will. I hope you guys like this. Like, I like doing storytime videos, so and just chatting with you guys and like expressing everything to you guys. So if you guys like this, I hope you do. Please like and subscribe. Bye.